let's get to the biggest news of the day. It's some beef going on in the city, man. Like it's crazy. This whole stadium thing. I don't know. First of all, did you see my tweet yesterday when the Browns tweeted out that video
What's that?
about? It was just like I seen it. I don't play the video right here. This is the new stadium video that the Browns tweeted out yesterday. And I just went on the lines of, man, like I should be excited about this. I want to be excited about this. But it's like, man, you constantly is pulling the wool over our eyes. Like this has nothing to do with winning. You know, this is cool if we got a winning product, but the Browns don't. They have not done anything to restore confidence that you know what this is about to be a winning organization. And I just feel like they're failing to read the room. Yeah, I get it. You want to keep us in the know of what's going on with the updates with the stadium and all of that, but like we don't care right now. Like we have a team that has a culture problem, that has a relationship problem. If you look at the roster on paper, you know, is probably better than what the on-field product is, right? And so because of all of that, because of how bad last season was, I don't think fans really give a damn too much about stadium renderings, right? Like, give us a winning product. And furthermore, the more we talk about the stadium, the more we see these different renovations and things like that. I'm in the mindset of, man, these ticket prices are going to be so through the roof that your common family of four that works every day, that earns the median income in the city of Cleveland, won't even afford to be able to take their family to the stadium. So what are we really, really doing right now? Are you really trying to focus on PRs and PSLs and things like that? Or is the focus really on putting a winning product out there on the football field? So getting all that to say that yesterday, man, the Browns decided to pledge $2 million towards this project. This part of this article comes from Dave Jenkins, who is a part of the Haslam Sports Group. Says this region deserves a world-class project. We love Cleveland, Northeast Ohio, and we are committed to our community, our schools, our youth sports programs, our involvement in local healthcare, and our extensive impact programs. It goes on to say that this project reinforces our dedication to Greater Cleveland and all of Northeast Ohio. The Haslam Sports Group, together with its developmental partners, is prepared to invest more than $2 billion in private capital in the proposed new stadium and surrounding development. Later on in the day, Justin Bibb took to social media and said the Haslams are making misleading statements about the diligent work the city has done over the past 3 years to revitalize the lakefront, protect taxpayer dollars, and keep football on the lakefront. They want to squander taxpayers' dollars to invest over $1 billion into a dome stadium in Brook Park while openly violating state law. He went on to call this plan a quote-unquote scheme.
Stay scheming. that's number one. I hate to see the city and the owner beefing. I just hate to see it. It just, to me, is the definition of the Cleveland Browns right now. Like it's just more. I'm not even sure the word. More confusion. So you talk about culture, right? You talk about a winning culture. This is not a winning culture. When your city wants to keep, the majority of the city wants to keep and build up the area that the stadium is in now, right? And it seems like Bibb has a plan and wants to do some big things, and I'm all for it. But then your owner has this great idea. I do think it's overall the product looks amazing, right? But your focus is off, like you said. Like to me, number one, if that's the goal to get that in 2029, in my mind, from a football ops brain, I'm thinking, number one, how can I make that journey to 2009 exciting for the fans? Exciting, like how do I really rebrand this team and make this boom? We're leading up to 2029. It's going to be the most exciting thing in Browns history. Brand new stadium, all this stuff. We're going to be winning going into it. We're going to, have this quarterback or whatever the case may be. It should be excitement leading up to it. And it's just not. It's just not right now. There's more confusion, more beef, more stuff going on. And I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of that friction going on, if that makes sense. I don't mind the idea of them going to Brook Park.
Me
I come
neither.
to real I come to realize, like, if they have they have that plan in mind, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to be able to
But
stop it. Right?
listen, this
It's
man
going to
got
happen.
billions on billions of
It's
dollars, and
going to happen.
billionaires get what they want. It's gonna happen. And like, as two people that grew up on the east side and the inner city, like I remember just being a kid, my parents would grocery shop in Brook Park. Like you hop on the freeway, bro, it's 15, 20 minutes from
Mm-hmm.
pretty much wherever you at. And if you look at all the renovation of all the different highways, all the connecting highways in our region, getting in and out of Brook Park, I mean, unless you got some people on the freeway who don't know which lane to drive in, depending on which speed they're driving at, that's a whole nother show topic right there. But like getting in and out of the city, man, it's not that bad. I feel like this. If Jimmy wants to put the majority of, or if not all of his money up towards it, let him do that. And I think that right now the mayor is trying to fight a fight that he is not going to win. And I think you need to be a little bit more innovative, and I think you need to have a plan B, right? The Browns have made their mind up that they want to build a brand new fancy ass dome stadium to host Final Fours, Super Bowls, concerts, and whatnot. Okay, cool. They're gonna make it this tourist attraction. They're gonna build it up to be this fancy thing that people just want to come to, spend their money at, and enjoy. Now we know that this won't be for everybody. Not everybody, unfortunately, will be able to afford to partake in all the festivities in Brook Park. It's unfortunate. Also unfortunate, you are going to lose the tradition of the Muni lot. People don't like that. I can respect that, right? But if this is going to happen, instead of playing this tug of war and going out here and just, putting your constantly backing yourself in the corner, knowing that you can't win this fight, I think you need to come up with a plan. And what I'm about to say, man, I'm not trying to like veer off into something that has nothing to do with sports, but like, man, when I look at my city and I see like the homeless issue, when I see like, people like the hunger issue, when you look at some of these roads, when you look at all these abandoned houses in a metropolitan area, when you look at all these different like economical and social like issues that take place in our inner city, why can't you come up with a plan to take that money that you would have put towards whatever stadium downtown and do something that really matter? Now, that might be me and my moral code speaking above what this is about, and that's cool. But this is just my opinion on that situation. Like, because, like you said, it's like y'all sit up here fighting and bickering over something that, quite honestly, man, the city ain't really got too much say or control over, right? And it's just making everybody look bad in an entire process. So, like, I just feel like you got to figure out something as far as like, if you the city of a plan B. Like you could take that area where the Cleveland Browns play at right now and put a soccer stadium right there. Hell, you could get a WNBA team, man. The Rockers, they own arena when they come back.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like you have to think outside the box. Like if you think in big picture, man, if I'm Dan Gilbert, I'm scheming up a plan right now to sign Caitlin Clark as a free agent. I'm gonna build me a brand new WNBA arena right there. And I'm just going to bank on, that particular league continuing to go into the green. I'm going to figure out what I can do with a soccer team. I'm going to figure out what I can do with an NHL team one day. I am going to figure out other ways to make up the revenue that we are going to lose. I just feel like this. If the city of Cleveland got money to go towards whatever towards the Browns, then you got money to go towards things that's way more important that I feel like people will appreciate, that will have a greater impact. Any thoughts on that before we get to this last topic?
What do you do with the stadium? Do you let it be? It's just so many questions on that particular topic. I just have for the people that's involved, right? Like love the idea of trying to figure out that particular space and turning it into something else for the city of Cleveland to be able to enjoy, to be able to make money, to be able to pour back in the city. But what is it? Is another museum? Is it like, do you tear that stadium down? Do you like, it's just so many questions I have. And it's interesting because I do think this. I think going back to the Browns, I think more excitement would have came if you, and call me crazy, if you would, I'm still in you should have traded Miles, got 2 or 3 first round picks, and then guess what? Now you're building up towards 2029. Now you got something to look forward to. To me, by the time 2029, we're still gonna be having this conversation. I just don't know if you're really trying to build the future. You're trying to. I'm just confused on the whole structure, where the organization is trying to go, what's their vision right now, and how they're operating. It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't add. Like, I'm seeing numbers in my head everywhere, but it's not adding up. So yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I'm just confused on a lot of points, and I'm hoping, I agree with you. Like, if you're the city of Cleveland, just find another way to go about it. I'm not saying apologize, but let's work together and then have him try to pour back into the city a different way.